What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It is Wednesday here. We do have the crypto markets not doing too much today. Bitcoin having a slight pullback, about 2% last time I saw earlier today. Since we had a pretty crazy move yesterday, but on this post, we're going to be talking about Lido Dao, LDO, and see what could be going on in this market. I'm going to be looking at some upside price targets as well as downside price targets for this market and seeing some key levels to break for this market in order for this market to go either direction. I'm going to be giving you guys my personal opinion as well as sentiment on this market and the overall crypto market as a whole. So if that sounds good to you, do stick around and we're going to get right into the charts here. Lastly, before we get started, I just want to mention that none of this is financial advice. I am not a financial advisor nor an elite trader of any sorts, even though I am a profitable trader who's managed to keep most of my profits during the last bear markets. But I am looking to crush it here for the next bull cycles. So if you guys feel the same way, do hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Let's get right into the charts. So we're going to take a look into LDO first, and then we're going to cover the overall markets later, giving you guys my personal opinions and sentiments. Currently, we do have LDO at about 1.63, 1.64, $1.64, $1.63 in that area. On this weekly time frame, I do see a falling wedge pattern since price action has gone up to retest this level at about $3.40 area, right? Price action got rejected since that was basically that high there. Since it has came down all the way to about 40 cents. Okay, so since the inception, it looks like this is the Binance chart. Correct me if I'm wrong, if there's a earlier inception date here, but on this chart, since it looks like it was the inception here, it was about $3.40, came all the way down to about 40 cents almost, and then came back up to retest about $3.10, and then again $3.40 area. Okay, before forming this falling wedge pattern here. So what could be going on in this price action right now? So what I see here is a falling wedge pattern, which usually breaks to the upside. Usually, not absolutely, okay? It could still break down. But if the price action does break to the upside, we do have a measure move here. Want to be as exact as possible. Which is basically the opening of the pattern. And then we put it on top of a possible breakout point. So I'm just going to pick a breakout point, for example. Let's just put it, let's just say, for example, okay, October, the first week of October. It does not necessarily have to break out by the first week of October. What I'm really doing here is I'm just trying to get a measure target by picking a example breakout point. Now, this says the measure target would take us back to about $3.40 area, right? So that makes sense. It's gonna, it's probably gonna. I'm not gonna say that it's going to, but the measure move says we're gonna go back up to a retest this $3.40 area. Now, measure moves or measure targets are estimates only. It could be over, under. It does not absolutely have to get there. Just remember that. Do your own Google searches on measure moves, measure targets. What I'm basically saying here, just Google search it yourself to verify. Don't just take my word for it. If you have any questions, put it in the comment box below in regards to TA or whatever, right? So right now it looks like the price action has basically is still running within this falling wedge pattern here. Has broken a double bottom here, right? As you guys can see, about 2 candles ago would have been the double bottom. However, that seems to have been broken, and it's basically retesting this resistance now at about $1.70 area. Okay. That is basically the upside targets. Now this is on the weekly time frame. If the price action is actually able to break this $3.40 area, then we could be looking at the monthly time frame for further upside. Now, I don't have LDO, but I will get in if I see a good setup, right? But if enough of you guys want to see it, leave me a comment, like the video, subscribe, and if enough of you guys want to see it, I will continue to cover this token. So basically, like I said, if the price action is able to break $3.40, there could be more upside. It looks like, I'm just going to say very preliminarily, it looks like a cup and handle pattern. Still too early to say. I'll cover it later when more data comes in, right? So I'm not going to make an estimate now, but that's what it looks like. Okay. That's the upside. What the possible upside could look like. Let's look at the downside. Okay. If the price action continues further down, I think probably one way I would estimate where the price action could go is basically looking at a certain point in the pattern that is still running in. Okay. So if it actually breaks down further by this week's candle, and the next estimate would be about 93, 94 cents. It's basically the next point in this pattern here, right? Which also kind of makes sense because this is the area where there was quite a bit of consolidation, right? And if you guys actually take a look at the wicks here, it basically bounced off about 88 cents to about, there's just this rough area here. Okay, 88 cents to about, $1 and I'm just gonna say $1.10 just to be even. Just in that 88 to about $1.10 area, I would expect a bounce. But if it was, if it continues to come run within this pattern, then you could potentially see, it makes sense. There's some confluence there, right? Which brings us back to this area where support is likely to come in, where buyers are likely to come in. So that makes sense as an estimate, right? Could there be further downside? Of course, but I'm just saying, like, out of the chart, what could make sense to me? Let's take a look into the monthly time frame as well. If the price action was to continue downwards, yeah, I mean, it would be about that 90 cents to about it's not going to tell us as much detail, right? Yeah, about 90 cents to about $1.10. Even it kind of makes sense here on a monthly time frame as well, even though we're not going to get as much detail as the weekly time frame. Right, so in that area, quite a bit of support, and also makes sense with this falling wedge that is still running. Of course, this falling wedge could break as well. In that case, then we're just gonna have to refresh the chart and see what else could be going on in here. But this is what it seems to be the best estimate, and that seems to be the potential downside. If the upside potential does not work out in the short term, at least. Right. So I'm gonna be giving you guys my opinion and sentiment on this market. But before we do, if you guys don't already have a Webull account but want to get some free stocks, do check out my referral link down below in the description. They are still giving away free stocks when you guys sign up and deposit $100 into your new account. I enjoyed using Webull as an exchange. I thought they were good for trading cryptos and stocks for beginners. And if you're gonna trade anyways, why not get some free stocks, right? It's valued from $3,000 to $3,000, depending on your luck. Terms and conditions do apply. And but with any exchange, I would not put most or all my money on one particular exchange in case they do go down, as we have seen with FTX, with other exchanges recently as well. So something to consider. I personally spread my funds around several exchanges so I don't get wrecked in case one goes down. Now let's get back to the video and see what could be going on with the overall crypto markets. So like I said, I've already done a previous post on this earlier today. It's going to depend a lot on what Bitcoin does, right? If Bitcoin can actually hold this rising channel pattern, does not break down, right? Because it could, this is a potential double top, and we're still running within a rising channel pattern anyway. So both of which are bearish and usually break to the downside. However, if price action can come back up here to test this upper trend line, then then we're looking at a cup and handle pattern here, which is a lot more bullish. So could the price action for Bitcoin here come back to test this this 32,000 area? If so, then I could be looking at a cup and handle pattern, which is looking a lot better for Bitcoin and crypto as a whole. And a potential breakout could, occur. But there are a lot of ifs, between now and then. So something to be looking up for and to be paying attention to, not just altcoins. So that's basically what I'm looking at. Now, this wraps up my update. Hope you guys got something out of this. Like, subscribe, comment. Have a great rest of the day, and see you guys on the next post.